All right, people, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I know. This one took a long time to make. Um, but it is here. Um, I probably am going to make some mistakes. Um, but because I'm tired, I had a long 2 weeks, so I'll try my best to get this installation out as easy and simple as possible. Um, and yeah, so this is the Denny TTS Helloween update slash, well, kind of a remake on how we're doing stuff. Um, and you may be able to see in front of me, it's 4 steps we need to do. It looks like, oh, it's just 4 steps, but yeah, it can be a confusing one. Now, if you already installed it previously, you're probably gonna have an easier time. But if you want to start from scratch, I'll recommend doing that. I'll recommend doing that anyways. Before we start, there are 2 things that I recommend you doing, and I will not go over in this video. There are 2 things, really easy. One is a separate audio source for Denny TDS. Now I have it myself. If I go here, you can see in voice meter, I have a Speakerbot output. So this channel is only for Speakerbot. If you want to know how to do that, look up a video. If I can find one, I will send it over. It's not really needed, but I recommend it. Just to make sure that there are no conflicts with other audio sources for this particular thing to work in the way we're doing it now. And you will figure out why in a minute when we get to it. All right. Also, the other one, again, like the other 2 videos, I will not go over how to install Speakerbot. Once again, a link in the description below. Now, I thought the other videos were confusing as hell, but apparently people were easily able to follow along, so that's great to hear. There were some people who had some issues, and, well, they fixed it. So that's good. That was not my mistake. They made mistakes, so one of them I will definitely address to make sure that this shit doesn't happen. Now, I did also get some requests to make it work with bits instead of channel points. I need to look into this on how to do it. So it would not, if it's not in this video, because I will probably shoot this video in multiple sections. But for you guys, it will be one video. But if it's not in this video, it will be coming. And there was also a question on how I can make this without the speech bubble. Well, that I will probably also add in, but if again I do that, it will be at the end of the video. If not, I will make a dedicated video for that. All right. So with that being said, I have a list what we want to do. I know I said I will not go over Speakerbot, so why do we have set up Speakerbot? Well, we still have to do some stuff in there, right? If you follow up my previous tutorials, you don't have to do this because you already have this set. All right. First, you want to go down in the description and download image reaction. Let me grab the link here really quick. I think it's in the to-do list. Yes, it's right here. This plugin you want to install and then reboot OBS, because this is what we are going to use for Denny now. All right, so when we have this done, Of course, you want to unpack your Denny TTS file. Link in the description. It will be a itch.io link. Let me have a look where I have it posted. It has been a while since I've been here. Oh yeah, there it is. So yeah, it's this zip file right here. You want to unpack, and then you get this. So yeah, the HTML file is renamed to speech bubble, because we are now using also the I put a direct link to the plugin in the file, so in case my ass forgets to put the link down below, it is in the file. And then we have the Denny TTS images. Yes, we have the normal ones and we have the Helloween ones. All right, but hey, where's the MP4 file? Yes, we're not using that anymore. All right, so when you have this downloaded, so let's see, what is our next step? And I did this also, so it's a little bit more structured than all the other videos, and maybe I can go through it faster in this way. Once again, if there are any questions, comment down below or join the Discord. Set up OBS. Right, let's do that. So we have this unpacked, right? We have it unpacked. We haven't done anything else yet. We have installed the image reaction. We have set up OBS. Now we are going to set up OBS. So once we here in OBS, I'm going to do this so I make sure that everything is recording. Well, you know what? It should. All right. Once we are in OBS, we want to... Okay, let me get rid of this cooldown here for a second. Cooldown timer. Why? Well, then I can scroll it down, kind of. All right. Once we are here, of course, first what we want to do is... Oh, yeah, I do need to go in studio mode. First, what we want to do is go and make a nested scene like always. You remember in all the other videos, I tell you to make a nested scene. Do it. Make this nested scene. It doesn't matter what you call it, but if you want an easier install, just call it the exact same thing. And otherwise, well, you'll figure out what to do next. Once we have this done, right? When we have this done, we want to make a speech bubble file, right? We want to have this speech bubble. So this is the speech bubble we are going to need. So make a browser source. Once you have this browser source, and this is where one person made a mistake and the speech bubble did not work. So what happened here? What did he do? Let me do this. He did it like that and like that. If you do it like this, you get this. Yeah, that is not what you want to do. Your speech bubble will not work and it will look like that. You see, it's a different color. It's not what it's supposed to be. What you want to do is check local file. And then you, of course, you want to browse to the file you want. In this case, I don't need Hannah. In my case, I will be using this one. 1920 by 1080. Remove the custom CSS. We are not needing that. The rest, you don't need refresh browser. We are forcing it to do it. You can do it for a double check, but I won't recommend it. Only for troubleshooting if you have to. Now when you have this set like that, click OK. Go. All right. So when we have this done, what we want to do now, and I need to do a little check here because I have two. Here's Danny. So when we have this done, what we want to do, we want to have Danny on screen, right? So how are we doing it now? Before it was already done just by adding the speech bubble. Well, now we are using a different way of doing it. We are now using the image reaction. So what you want to do, you want to create a You want to add an image reaction. Again, if you don't see it, make sure you install the plugin. And then when you have this image reaction in edit, you get something like this. Without Danny, of course. And this is unchecked and all that stuff, right? So, first what you want to do is go here, go in the first browser, and then browse to the closed image file. So when he is not talking, so you can do the Danny close. They're both called close, so it's easy. So that is what you want to do. One of these. Now I have this one, but it's a different one. Well, not for Danny. For Danny, I use this one too. So in this case, I'm going to use the Helloween version. And then this is when there is, and then keep this one unchecked. And then we have the open. So when he is talking. So of course, that makes sense. We're going to use the open file, right? When you have that done, make sure to reset the animation on second image after reaction. Check that. Now, here's the meat stuff. You remember I told you you needed a separate audio source only for Speakerbot? Well, this is why. So, what happens if I do not have this? Well, if I don't have a separate audio source and I am just going to use my default desktop audio, what will you think what will happen? Yeah, so if I now do, what is this one called? If I, let's see, audio source. What's this? If I do this and I take my mic audio source, all right, this time it's for some reason not working, but technically speaking, it should react. It's not doing it right now. Interesting. But hey, that's fine. Yeah, why is that? All right. Still, I recommend having your own, technically speaking, what it should do, it should pick up that specific audio from that specific source, and then it will trigger. So have your dedicated Speakerbot audio just in case, so it doesn't collide with any audio sources. Now I did find the kind of perfect reaction threshold. This also highly depends on your voice you're using. But for me, it is 2620. It's not perfect for Danny. I may actually go to 2610. But I will recommend start off with this as default values, and test it out, and see, and then you can of course change the smoothness and threshold. This will make the voice this will kind of control the animation, right? From talking. So for my other character, Hannah TTS, the sheep one I kind of just showed, this one is pitch perfect. But for, I mean, I can actually show you guys this. Let me do this. Let me do this really quick. OBS widgets. That one. So if I go here and I show you guys this.
I am Hannah TTS and this is my brand new design and freakship, his personal version of Danny TTS, but don't worry, Danny is still here.
So you can see for her, this is a perfect. This is perfect. But watch if I go to Danny.
And here is the Danny TTS Helloween version.
You can see, right? It is not perfect. Right? It's not perfect. So fool around with it. Figure out what is the best setting for you. All right. So when we have this done, and of course you want to make your own Speakerbot audio input. How I do it, I never use the default audio settings from OBS like this. You can see it's all disabled. I don't use it. I always recommend using, and especially if you work with Streamerbot and all that stuff a lot, this is really helpful. Just use a audio input capture. It's just way better in my opinion. So, when you have that done, we technically, if I am correct, have the entire OBS part set. Of course, make sure to disable all these sources, right? Just make sure you disable those. I mean, I don't think I need to disable this specifically. But yeah, so technically that is done. So we don't have to be here anymore. So that's good. Just remember what you called those. So we need to remember what we called the nested scene and what we called the Dennis reaction. So, and of course, Speakerbot. But you will see in a second. So when we have all this done, what we want to do now is you want to go to Streamerbot. And then what you want to do, you want to go over here, back to the pack, right? Go to Streamerbot import and import this file. Once again, how you do that is by import and then drag the file in there, and there is your file. Once you have this done, technically speaking, it's really easy. So, okay, let me do one thing really fast. In all the other videos, I went over what all of the actions do. I will not be doing this in this video because that took way too long. So if you want to know everything specifically about the actions, go to my last video. I will make sure it's down in the description too. It is the Danny TTS 1.0.7 update video. That is also where I go over the details. I will not be doing that in this one. I will just show you what you have to do. And that's that. All right. Now we are in Speakerbot. Sorry, we're in Streamerbot. So we have these. Yours probably will be under FD effects. Or it may create a Danny TTS. I think it made it a TTS Danny group. So you should have the same ones. If not, make sure you have the correct file. I will make sure I update it after this tutorial, so I'm sure it's the correct one. All right, these two. You don't have to. Well, this one we have to be here in a second. We don't have to be here at all. Let me check. No, we don't have to be here. But I will explain one thing about this in a minute. So first, what we're gonna do, we are going to start with the TTS avatar. Really simple. Actually, it is simple overall. So, I should have said this in the beginning, but make sure you have your Danny TTS folder in a stock location where you want to keep it. So you don't move it afterwards, because this will break the effect. So make sure it's in a folder where you want it to be. My bad, I should have said this in the beginning. It's fine. If you do change the folder in a different location, just make sure that in OBS you have the correct sources updated, right? The correct directories, file locations, and then come back. My mistake, I should have said this. All right, so once you have that done, you want to go to TTS avatar. We don't need to go there. We want to go to execute code, write to JSON. Open that. What you want to do here, you want to go to your, where you put your file directory, right? Your folder, like in this case is Danny TTS. And you want to grab this directory. You want to grab this directory right here. You want to copy this, copy that. Then you want to paste it here. So before the forward slash, like that, you want to replace this link. The rest you want to keep. this you want to replace with your current directory. Once you have that done, you want to do compile, then compile successful. If it gives an error, comment down below or write in the Discord. And then, of course, save. You can also do save and compile and then click OK. When we have this done, we want to go to execute code read from JSON. We want to just do the same thing like we just did in the other file, and then compile and save, and you're good to go. Raw OBS refresh. What we want to do here, we want to click on it. We want to go here, and what we want to make sure of is that we have this one, this import name needs to be our speech bubble. So in our case, wait a minute, there you go. It's gonna be speech bubble. This is the one. Now I have two, you can see I have speech bubble and I have speech bubble H, but that's also because I have Danny and Hannah. Hannah is technically my little sheep. So yeah, so you want to take this name, speech bubble. You want to copy that. The fastest way is just rename, Control C to copy it. Then we go over here. Then we want to go over here between the brackets or commas or whatever. You want to paste it. And then, okay. You could also press test. And then if it says success, you're fine. If it says fail, it's possible you didn't connect it correctly or the name is incorrect, so we can find it. So this will actually refresh the page for us. So you remember when I said in the I will not, you don't have to check refresh source when it becomes active. No, we're doing that in Streamerbot itself. Then what you want to do, you want to change these to your files. So this is of course making the files scenes active. So double click on this one to open it. And if you have the same names, it's possible you don't have to do shit. If you changed your name, just make sure you'll find your scene here. And then the speech bubble. So this is the HTML file, the bubble itself. Then let's see. We want to go, of course, and enable the Danny TTS reaction. So same thing. If you called it the same, you don't have to do anything. If you changed it, make sure to change the directory. Now this is the actual image itself, right? The image selection file. After that, if you do, let me check which one this is. Okay, so for me, this is the audio source. Now I made it a group, but I was a little bit confused. So you see, I made a group, so I just hide the group. And then it will enable the group. And that will also automatically enables the audio source. You can keep the audio source enabled and just instead, and I may actually do this, use a mute and unmute option. But yeah. This is only if you use a separate audio source. If not, you can always just use disabled. So right click on it and uncheck enabled. Now a really nasty quick way for people who do not want to use the bubble. You can do the same thing with this speech bubble. I will not recommend removing it, but what you can do is just uncheck enabled. So it will still do everything, but it won't enable the speech bubble. That's a nasty way, a not recommended way, but it is a way you can do it. Then in here, we want to set Speakerbot his voice. So if you have a Speakerbot Voice. Where is it? Yeah, if you have a speakerbot voice alias, this is the name you want to put in there. So this Italy, this is what is in here. That is all you want to do. Change that name to your speakerbot name and you're good to go. Now I did say I will show you how to set up speakerbot. No, I said I would not. So again, this is the only stuff we are going to show in speakerbot. If you want to know how to set it up, well, Google is your friend. All right, so technically with the TTS avatar part, we are done. We're gonna go to limit check. You don't have to do anything. All this is doing, it will make sure that it reads the character limit. So there is a certain amount of characters that can be used. It's 240. Recommend keeping it there and not even changing it. What will this do? Well, this will actually, let me grab the chat here really quick. And then hoping that my channel point is enabled. It is. So what this will do is it will limit your characters. It will limit the text size. So people cannot go over 240 characters. I recommend keeping it here. This is the perfect one. I have tried. Like in a previous video, I mentioned I will probably change it. I did tests. And I recommend keeping it here. So I won't even show how to change it. If you do want to know how to change it, comment down below. But I recommend going to the Discord where I can actually easily help you with that than YouTube comments. They suck. So that's that. The limit warning, you don't have to change anything except you want to go here, get reward info. And make sure that you have your channel point. Now I did notice it doesn't always automatically create a Danny TTS channel point. So what I do recommend is make your own channel point for Danny TTS. And then when you have this done, you also want to do it here. Reward redemption. You want to check, make sure you have a channel point. If it's blank, what you can do, the fastest way is right click, go to core, Twitch, sorry, channel rewards, reward redemption, and then create reward. This will let you create a reward, create the reward, whatever you want to call it. When you have that done, you want to also go here in the limit warning. And you want to go here to the TTS reward and you want to also select that there. Why? Well, if you don't do it, it will not work because it is going to check. Again, it's going to check the limit. So if someone goes over the limit, this warning will send actually send you a warning. Hey, you went over the limit, so your points are getting refunded. If you do not give them the correct channel points, it will not even do it, and the whole effect will not even work. So that is technically Danny set up. Although we have to do one more thing here. In the Speakerbot TTS finish trigger. All we want to do here is we want to, let me have a double check, not do nothing there. We want to go here, and again, it's the same as what we did here in the avatar. You want to do the exact same over here. You should know this. So I'm not even going over that. So just make sure you replace these to the correct ones. And there you go. Now we want to go here, file watcher. If once again, it does not create you a file watcher by default. And if you remember, I did say, well, I'm gonna add the suggestion for the developers to, when I actually click on edit trigger, it will actually let me edit the trigger and not create a new one. Well, don't know why, but this, he canceled it. He declined it. I don't know why. He said it's already a thing. Well, I don't know where his brain got with developing, but I don't know he even knows his own project. So, yeah. Little bit toxic behavior there, but it's fine. I got in a fight with him about it, so he deserves it. All right. So instead, because the developer thinks it's already in there, what is not, we have to do it manually. So what we have to do, we go here to settings, file watcher, add a file watcher. Then you will get this if it's not there, but it should be there. And all you want to do is change this this folder location to a location where we technically need to go to Speakerbot to explain this one. Well, we do not, because my previous video will actually explain it. But in short, you want to make a folder where audio files are being saved, because Speakerbot will create a audio file and this is what it's reading, right? So you want to make a file directory just with a folder with the file. Don't worry, you can do it on a disk with like 2 megabytes left, because this action right here, if enabled, you can disable it, but if enabled, this will create the audio file and this one will delete the audio file. So you don't have to worry about file size. It automatically removes the audio file when it's done. Now you can disable it if you want to keep the audio file, but yeah, once again, you can disable it. I'll keep it enabled. It's probably the best thing. So yeah, you want to make a folder with the audio files where you want to generate them. Keep that what it is right there. And there you go. So when we have this this one made, the folder watcher, what you want to do, you want to go here, finish trigger, and then you want to go here and add this file watcher there. It should already be there. If not, well, we can go to here, core, I think, yeah. So right click, core, full folder watcher, and then we want to do create it. And then here you want to select your full folder watcher that you made in settings, and you're good to go. Now, that is the entire Denny TTS setup in Streamerbot. We're almost done. Now what we want to do is Speakerbot, the last one. So technically we already went over it a little bit, right? We already had the name we needed. Now what we want to do, we want to go to, let me have a look here really quick. I have to check this. I have to look this up. Accounts, no, general. Yeah. So we want to go to settings. Then we want to go to general, right? Of course, you want to set your audio input you're using. Once again, you can see cable D. Well, as you can see here, this is the cable input that I'm using. So yeah, there, set your cable input if you have a separate audio track, or even an audio input source for Denny. Highly recommend it. When you have this done, you want to go here to save TTS to audio file. Check that. And then you want to go here and you recognize this folder, right? You want to exactly the one that we just made with the file watcher. You want to add the exact same path right here, and that's done. So this should, technically speaking, now all work. Now I hope that I did not miss anything. Let's see, we installed the plugin, we set up the OBS, we set up Streamerbot, and we set up Speakerbot. Yes. Why does it feel shorter? Well, because we did not go into detail about all the options do. Once again, I have 2 videos on my channel where I do go over it. But yeah, this is the new option to do it. Now, while we're at it, technically the tutorial is done. It should all work. If it's not working, comment down below, and well, join the Discord. Now what I will go and do is show you how you can make it work without the speech bubble. So for my sake, I'm gonna just do really fucking simple. Right? You could technically have followed this entire thing. Everything is fine. You just need to, like I said, you could just remove the entire bubble. Well, let me think about this one. You know what? I will make a different channel of a different video about this one, because I just noticed that there is something I need to do to make sure this is working. So I will test this first, and then I will make a video about that. Because the way I have set it now, I do need the bubble for everything to work together. So what I need to do is make a quick copy of everything and change some stuff around, or removing some stuff, and yeah, change some stuff around to make it work. I thought that was smart. You can, however, just delete it. No, don't delete it. Just disable the source, the speech bubble. Disable the speech bubble. You know what? I'm actually going to show you that this is working. And I'm going to do the same thing here, speech bubble. For now, this is probably the fastest way to do it. In the most simplified way. So let me see also if I didn't fuck anything up by accident, because, well, I did some changes with showing and hiding stuff, so I may have fucked something up. We'll figure it out right now. So this is a this is a Danny test without bubble. Now the problem is I have not seen if it actually triggered, because I need to go to live scene and I have to get it on my own screen so I can actually see if it did. You know what I will do, I will pop a preview on my top screen and I will go and trigger this one again. The problem is I probably have it on a delay. No, I do not. Okay, because I need to see if the image actually triggered. Yeah, see? Okay, let me troubleshoot this just really quick, because this could be a problem. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna troubleshoot this, and when I found the issue, I'll let you guys know. Yeah, okay. Well, I did find the issue. Now, there are two ways you can do this. The problem is my audio source is muted, so you could just leave it unmuted. But you could also make sure to just go in here, avatar, and just go here, OBS, source, set source mute state. Lock a TTS. And then for me, oh yeah, right. Any voice not muted. Yeah. And you pop it behind here. Well, let's pop it up there. Right? Now let's try this again. So now I'm forcing it to be unmuted just in case it got muted. Let's see. Okay, didn't work. Okay, so I am unmuting the group. Right, I'm an idiot. All right. So technically, when this happens, you can the best way. Okay, let's do it this way then. Studio mode. The best way, just make sure Wait. Huh? I must have muted myself. Oh, I think I know what's going on. Yeah, this is it. You should not have this issue. This is my own fault. I'll show you in a second why this happened. Now, if I do this and I go back to here, studio mode off.
This is a Danny test without bubble.
See, there you go. So why did mine get muted and it didn't want to get unmuted? Well, for me, it's really easy. Also, if you want a tutorial on this specific function, let me know. You can actually see. Okay. There. Make a tutorial on how I have my scene changes. It's already in the planning. So what this one does, keep in mind the tutorial is already done. But this is just kind of maybe for an upcoming one. See, it mutes my bot, so of my speaker bot. So if I go to my be right back screen, or so every now and then, if you ever had problems where you're like taking a break or something, right? And you come back, you switch to your game scene or whatever, and for some reason your mic is fucking muted. Yeah, that's the worst thing that can happen, right? So it's or your mic or your game audio is muted. Well, instead of your chat having to tell you, hey, dumbass, your mic is muted, or you have moderators that have to use a command or whatever, however you set it up to unmute your mic, well, this is going to automate that for you. So I will make a tutorial on this later on. But technically, if you have a little bit knowledge of OBS, of Streamerbot, you may already have seen how to do it just by having it up here. But yeah, this is gonna be the next tutorial, guys. So again, it's a 42-minute video. I will not be editing it because you guys know I hate edited videos. If it comes to this, I like to see my mistakes that I make. Once again, everything will be down in the descriptions below, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. If there's any problems, let me know down in the comments. Also, if you do comment down below and I do comment under it, make sure to comment back, because some people did and I am still waiting for an answer according to problems they had. So yeah, that's not gonna help me, and that's not gonna help other people having the same problem in the long run, because how faster I have issues to sort them, I can make an updated video with a fix or that stuff. If you do have a problem, instead of DMing me breaking my server rule, like some people, they break my rule but not DMing staff, only if they ask you to, there is a dedicated support channel for this. Go here. You can even go here. No, you can't see that. Never mind. Go here and make a topic. Why do I push this to make a topic here? Well, if someone else has the problem, I don't have to explain it to them again. They can just come up here and they, oh, I had this issue. I have this issue. How did they fix it? Well, there you go. If you have a issue with the plugin, get to my Discord and make a topic here. Everyone who joins the Discord can see it. And this is why I'm hammering on it. So rather than, leaving a comment is always good, but this will be my standard answer from now on. If you leave a comment, I have this problem, my answer will be go to the Discord, make a topic. And this is also where you get my trusted download files if links are outdated on YouTube or whatever, right? Sources are always checked before they are verified. If you have, you can also upload your own plugins here. Developer plugins that are in development and all that stuff. We have developers on the Discord. We have game developers on the Discord, including ourselves. My admin is one of them. We have another game developer here. So we have some other kinds of developers here. So if there are problems, we will always verify sources. If you don't really know how can I recognize a unverified source that we verified to be safe for downloading, you go here, the top one, and if it has the red cross, that means it's unverified and not recommended for downloading because it's not checked by our staff. At the moment you see the green check mark, you know it's good to go. It's safe. No miscellaneous shit going on. But as long as it's unverified, it's downloading on your own risk. But yeah, read this. And if you have any problems, once again, come over here, make a new post. Make sure to have the check marks dedicated to your issue. And there you go. Well, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you helped. Once again. And good luck with Danny. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.